Hello everyone. Hello Ryan. Hello Tripur.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. You Tripur
I'm good.
are in New York now.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So this is the second year your master. Okay.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
How's going? Are you some story to tell?
Uh, like
Yeah,
for my
no,
first year,
yeah, your experience at your university. If you have
uh,
some.
like it's really nice to see that even people who are traveling to Google office, they will travel from the same subway that I do. I check their bag and they have their badges on their bag. So I'm just like, can I get a referral? I just in there, hi Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
So excited to see. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me good because I don't have my headphones. I'm so excited to see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Do you love New York?
I love it. I love everything about it. I don't think so. I can like ever hate New York.
I knew you would love it. I absolutely knew you would love it. So good. I got to turn my volume up. Hi, Gianluca. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Hi, Bobby. I have to visit New York.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It is quite the thing. I'm going to be in New York on October 2nd at the Javits Center for the Snowflake event. If you're in town and wandering past the Javits Center, text me or call me. I'll meet you and we'll have lunch.
I will
I
definitely.
don't I don't get into New York much, but when I do, I'm definitely going to hook up. Definitely. So, what a way to make my Monday. Thank you, Gianluca. What a nice surprise.
Okay.
What a nice surprise.
I, so I asked to Trevor to attend this meeting because I have some question to her because she also have some experience, curiosity, intersection with, I think, founders, business, and so on. So I have some question I'd like to share with you. Yeah, let me share my screen. And that's the presentation for today. And question are very easy. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, the first question for you.
Mhm.
It's what are in your opinion, the hardest issues for a founder, and then why are they so hard?
I think after reading so much about product, I think one thing which is uh, which makes a product good or bad in terms of a founder should know who they are serving, basically who are their users. And users are not just the people who will be using the product, it will also their team. So that like if we divide user base, it could be just us. If when we are building the team, we also need to think about will they able to like do it. And the second thing would be the who are our users, how we are going to solve their problem, and when they are going to use that tool, is that clear to them? Like if they run into a problem, does that tool that we are building come to their mind, or it is something that we have like they don't even know that we have solved a problem for them, and we need to make them realize, hey, when you encounter this problem, you need to solve, like this tool will come in. So giving them instances. So writing, I think case studies would be something which streamline the process. But as a like for a founder, something which is very hard is making make everyone happy, your investors, your stakeholders, your team, your designers, everyone. So that. And I think just to manage it would be just being transparent with everyone. Just say at it, like with your team, be transparent even if like you're working on a like tool, and suppose you're making some feature change and you don't believe in it, but your stakeholder tells you to do it. And so you have to be very transparent with your team, even though I don't believe in this, but I think we should test it out in a like some uh, like market, and we can think about it because I have my doubts on it. But yeah, just being transparent about everything what is happening in the company and just sharing everything with them. I think that is something which can be the hardest for a
Good
founder.
answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, in your opinion, the top rated is to understand to enter in the customer mind in some case. Is it correct?
Yeah,
Yes,
and also
to
using the
understand.
data. Yeah.
Okay, and
And I like what you said about how what resonated with me the most is the one word transparency. I try to do that in this project, and sometimes it's hard because you don't believe in what you're saying, but you have to get it out there because it's part of the project, you know. So I really that resonated with me, that transparency.
Yeah.
okay, and do you think that is there any software tool that can help in this activity to reach out
Hmm.
customer to talk with them and also to dive in the context of their needs in your opinion.
I think for like before even building anything, we should just talk with the customer for a month. Like we should just find random people and just talk with them. Even if you're just walking, like within your like let starts with the team that we have right now. But let's talk. Let's write down all the like just questions that we are gonna ask to the users or the people who we are going to build the product for. And then we can start with our friends and taking their one-on-one interviews and asking those specific questions and writing their answers without any judgment or any additional thoughts of whatsoever from our side. And then we can start with random people, like when we used to have those webinar and many people used to join those webinars, and we will used to talk about AIFAQ. So we can just start, like we can have a webinar, and after in the end we can ask some questions where we will also write the answers in front of them by sharing the screen of those specific questions. So I think once we have all the data, like we have to do it rigorously for a month, because I know it will be like a very it's boring process, and that's where a good product is made. Like in what I think is, when you have to think about each and every step of a user, like when the user open up the app, does he like the interface? Is it hard for him? Does he understand what is happening every second? Like Apple think about their phone, like okay, this app is going to tell them where the map is. Okay, we have to show the map image in it, and in a way where it's accessible for people who from like those who have disability, like color blindness. We have to also incorporate that. If we do it, we are like 5 steps ahead of other products, because we are also thinking about the majority that most products don't. So keeping that in mind, and basically once you like decide on a feature, validating it with all the answers that you gathered from the people previously in that month. So did anyone say anything about it? If no one mentioned it about like about that particular thing, I think then you should take more interviews on that particular feature. Like, do you think it will be useful? Do you will you use it to other, like at least if not 100 users, 10 would be something to validate a one feature. And then you yourself will know, because you will also be start thinking as a user, so you will know, okay, this is helpful. I think if I was a user, I would definitely click on it, but I am not able to understand what this feature does. So making it more easy, something which is understandable, or maybe using pop-ups like to tell them, okay, this is something we have added new, try it, and this is how you use it, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, interesting. So yeah, yeah, but in your opinion, uh, you say that currently we don't have any software tool that can help. We, in any case, that the best way is to reach out some people to interview. Maybe they can be in the future our potential customers. But if you think yeah, to if you have if I am a magician, can be a superpower that an AI agent, a software tool can have to support startup founder.
So let me get this straight, Tripor. You would find a software tool helpful that would record your interviews for a month,
Mm-hmm.
then record the interviews for the next month, and compare the content about the features
Mm-hmm.
continuously in a software package. Or because right now you're doing it manually, you're saying you're looking at the interviews this month, rereading them when you get the new ones next month, comparing them manually and figuring out the difference. So would a software tool help you that would do that, and what would that look like?
I think it's a great question. And uh, it would definitely help to have an AI agent with us, like doing that. It's just that how much like help I'm getting? Is it just for the interview? Are we starting just from that, or is it a much bigger product in it? Like we can have different sections, like there will be a section for recording and analyzing user interviews. Then there will be another one which is it's like streamlining all that interviews and telling me,
Mhm.
okay, these are the features that people want. And then there is a person who is there's a AI agent who is helping me how to build those products. So like yeah, it would be helpful in a like I think.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, that's interesting, and also, yeah, and I think 10 interviews
I know
maybe.
with
Oh, sorry.
Gianluca as well as myself, we're always looking for AIFAQ to have more than one product in its uh, product shelf, so to speak. And we're always like Peter every week is bringing us new ideas that sometimes blow our mind, and sometimes we're like, I don't think so, Peter. But this one is absolutely because we're definitely focusing on the sector with the founders, and that's an
Mm.
interesting thing you brought up. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Trevor, for your opinion, but also you have experience in that because you are study. If I remember, you are study something related to business. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Like product, okay, product manager and so on.
What are you studying?
Management of technology. So it's kind of a small
Technology
MBA.
management.
Yeah, technology. Yeah.
So,
Nice.
so you have a bachelor in computer science or software engineering, if I remember.
Yeah, computer
And
science.
they, okay, computer science, okay. Now you're studying. Good.
So are you more interested in the business side or managing the technology or the technology itself?
I'm more interested in the business plus technical side where I'm like I will under like since I understand the technology, I will be able to manage the technical team as well as the business. Like I can able to see the business scope of that feature or thing that we are developing or the product that we are developing, something like that. And
And with your
how
leadership skills, there's no stopping you. No,
Yeah.
seriously. Right now, I think that that is one of the biggest problems in the industry, a pain point for the world, is that with this new AI technology, people just don't understand
mm,
what's real, what they should use, how they should test it. So it definitely needs management. So applaud you for your choice.
thank you. But
I am actually going to go back to Gianluca's presentation and share my screen again
Hmm.
because I like it. Actually, that's not the presentation. Oh, come on. Connect to Google, please. Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay, that's not working for me.
If you want to present something, if you want to spend
No, I have
five
it up. I don't
minutes,
know. I have no idea why it just did that.
okay.
It's just So with the agenda, do we want to talk about, so let me just real quick show you the agenda on the page. So we're going to go over, why is it doing that? Gianluca's documentation first. So mad right now. Yeah, here we go. We're going to go over Gianluca's documentation. Everything that we talk about will be put on the Trello card, antitrust policy, code of conduct. Everybody knows what that is. I'll put everybody's name up here. Feedback we went over. Marketing. So we do have a marketing meeting this Wednesday just to talk a little bit about the presentation for the workshop and as well as supporting that with the website. So if anybody wants to come to that, I'll put the link in the Slack and on the LinkedIn page so that we can just go over that and try to figure out how to get that rock solid presentation, getting our message across properly to the folks at the Linux Foundation. And we can talk about where the status is of that instance in a minute. Gianluca wants to talk about that now because his hand is raised. So go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. The last time you shared the Zoom link, it's not. It was a Google Meet link, if you remember. Yeah,
Oh, that was
when
Darius.
yeah, when when you close the Zoom meeting with Peter, it changed and I lost the old link. Yeah, I think the best way when you share something it's to invite a new
Got it.
people. Yeah, yeah. It's just because the risk is to lost the link. Yeah, just to don't if you don't touch, you lost in any case. You lose in any case the link because when you close something or refresh the page, the link is not the same, and you cannot.
For Google Meet, yeah, yeah. No, that was
Yeah.
Darius set that meeting up. I'll send a Zoom link.
Okay.
I use Zoom. I have a Zoom account. I can't stand Google Meets.
Okay. Thank you.
I can't share my screen in Google Meets. It's all confusing. I'm just such a Zoom
Okay.
person. So yeah, I will put a new Zoom link out before Wednesday's meeting so that everybody can join. She changed it to this is the Zoom link, I think. Yeah. So hopefully that will work. Just to talk about, so to catch Tripur up, we are having a meetup in October 14th. It's going to be a global meetup. We're going to hopefully get a lot of maintainers to work on and test the product out for us with the Linux Foundation information. So what I'm going to try to do is put as much information, upload as much information, clear information, and then have them test the system. Have we decided, Gianluca, what we're going to do? Are we going to do a instance per blockchain or tool, or just one and throw it all in a big pot and see what we get? Did we figure that out for Fabric yet? Or for
Yeah.
LFDT?
No. I don't know. Now I have the last version. It's that one. I will share. I worked on that. I will check. I will test. But now it works with. I think it's Bezu. Bezu was the documentation used for ingest the knowledge base. So now it works, and we can reach using lfdt.aifaq.info. So I will test, but now works. I have a question for you, and it's maybe we can think how we can get feedback from maintainer because yeah we can show we can present our product our chatbot, but also maybe we can present something to be open for changes if they ask something. Is my idea. Or another solution can be to contact some of them later to schedule a meeting, yeah, with the same formula for founder institutes. Okay, so
But I'm not.
now yeah, I had some, I think about around 15 interviews. If I,
Mm-hmm.
I think 15, the 15 is triple. And yeah, we can do the same with,
Maintainers.
with maintainers. If we are,
Yeah,
we
we
can,
can reach out, collect information from everybody. We have to, one of the things we have to make sure in this meetup is that we're engaging the people who show up and collect information so that we continue the relationship after the meetup. So we have to be very personable with these people who show up and really make them a part of the community as opposed to you're here for an hour, bye-bye. So that's basically where I want to hook them, is to make them feel like they're valuable to our community. We really need your help. We did it, like, but not sound desperate. Like, so kind of find a nice balance in there to get them to help us. So yeah, we'll talk all about that on Tuesday. If Wednesday's better for people, I can do either day. Just let me know. We do have a LinkedIn company page now. I'm looking for people to start posting stuff. We'll talk about what that schedule looks like on Tuesday too. So in other words, what I want to do is Monday morning at this meeting, get a weekly message and then have the team. I don't know if it's going to be very formatted and scheduled or just have the team post randomly at our socials, which I do believe AIFAQ.pro. Let's see. What the heck just happened to me? Hold on. I'm going to share my screen in a second. .pro. Okay. I'm not working here at all. So, okay. Anyway, on our website, there is a contact page and it has a lot of links to the socials that we have up now. I'm not sure what's going on with my computer, but it's not letting me type. So we'll move on. So yeah, that will be, let me share my screen for the rest of the agenda. Okay. So again, this is the meetup workshop. We still have that Google Drive, Gianluca, to work on. If you want to just look that over one more time, do you need the link to that? I can find that and send it to you, just to get that up and we can start advertising it. I want to make sure it's up there perfect and then put it to all 3 of the meetup groups that I control and then start advertising it on LinkedIn. Maybe even write a meetup article about what we're going to do to get it up on, not a meetup article. What am I thinking? I'm drawing a blank. Medium article, not meetup, medium. Wrong M. Medium article, talk about, the future of AI, maybe title it something exotic, just to have people read it and maybe join the workshop. Again, we'll talk all about that marketing stuff at that meeting on Tuesday. But hopefully we'll get a lot of people. Gianluca, I did follow the link, and the only thing that I found interesting about it was that it said founders.
sorry, can you repeat? You found link?
The link that you put in the chat for the Linux Foundation, the user interface says Founders Institute. So if we're sharing that with the people at the Linux Foundation, when I clicked on that link, I'll show you what I got. Founder Keystone. But it's Linux Foundation. Hello? Hello?
I think his internet is not working. He got freeze.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did you lose me for a minute? I'm currently.
I had the same issue.
So am I back or am I?
Yeah. No, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, let me put this back down here so you're not looking. So yeah, that was my only issue, was that the interface said Founders Institute instead of Linux Foundation.
Okay. Oh, in yeah, in sorry. So
No, no
I
worries.
shared I shared Linux LFDT. Okay.
Yeah, and when I clicked on it,
Mm-hmm.
it went to. I'll show you. Share my
Is
screen real
it
quick.
work or not?
It well, it gives you, and I don't know if. Let me show you. Share my screen real quick. Chris, now I don't know where you are. It just says on the user interface Founder Keystone instead of LFDT.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's yeah, yeah. That's the first atom. It just yeah. Now I should test. I should test it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think there are also other issues. It's not the yeah. I just finished to the association between the URL and also I updated the website, the knowledge base, and so on. It's not the final version.
Oh, no,
Yeah, I
no, no
should
worries. I
test.
just
Yeah.
that would be a big thing
Okay.
if I, was doing the
Yeah.
presentation and I said, "Here's the Linux Foundation." It showed up founders.
Okay. It's yeah.
It's
No,
just
it's
what
in
it's
the
on the
menu.
page.
Okay. Thank you. If you find other issues, please let me know. Thank you.
I will. So then we have new features in code cleanup, which Gianluca can talk to in a minute. We are absolutely nowhere with documentation because until we do the code cleanup and new features, I don't think we really can do anything with the documentation. I'm going to share my screen just so everybody sees what I'm talking to.
Mhm.
And don't worry, Ryan, I'm going to address your question in the chat in a second. So um, Okay, so the Git mesh is waitlisted, and I don't know if you've heard anything about that yet for the mentorship for speaking, but we're going to be at those events anyway. I don't know the status of Snowflake. We really need to talk about that, and I know you have a slide at the end of the presentation, which we'll go into. Again, if anybody, what is going on with this clicker? If anybody wants to help us test Founders Institute, just to walk through it and let us know. This is the instance and the information. You would just click here to test it. This is the documents that we have fed in for you to query and test. And then we have a survey you can take to let us know how we did. You can share this dev section here with anyone you want to who wants to test the system for us. This is not proprietary. This is public. Please test the system. Again, if you're a founder and went through Founders Institute, it's even better. But if not, this is just about Founders Institute information we put in the system for you to question. So please help us test. This, surprisingly so, I talked to Gianluca and Peter on Thursday, and we found some ideas we like. So I went to my designer on Fiverr and I sent him what we had with the witch's hat. And I said, this is what we want. And this is what he came up with. My question to the group is, thank you. Gianluca likes it. My question is, do we want that? I mean, right now, it doesn't look like an A and an I. It looks like an A and a candle. So do we want to make the I more a small lowercase I with a dot, as opposed to what I think is, it looks like a candle. What the first looked like a witch's hat, now it looks like a candle. We're getting there. What is everybody's thoughts? I'd love to hear the thoughts.
Uh, Personally, I like it, but we should vote if you want. You also share with Peter and other people in our team, and we can. Yeah,
Oh, Ryan
it
likes it as
seems
it is
nice, very
now.
nice.
But Ryan, when you looked at that, did you see just not the writing to the right, but did you look at it and see AI, or did you see the A in the I, or did you just see like a frisbee with a candle in the middle?
It actually like it is looking as AI because like generally most of the logos have circle instead of that star. So like it would be a similar logo. That star thing is like making it something different from others. Like that because of that only I like this thing. It's slightly different from others.
Good
I
feedback.
yeah.
Looks like the AI is lightning. Oh, I like that. All right. I have no problem going with this. I think it's awesome. And
Like
again, we can
even
change the font. We can, I like it as is. I'm with Ryan. I think it's just fine. Or Tripor thinks it's amazing. So this is great. So yeah, this is what we're going to work with then. We'll work on the colors, I guess. Again, we're always going to do simple. So if anything, Peter had suggested, which I think is really cute, maybe making the dot on the eye a different color. So maybe making that the purple, blue, or green, computer colors that it seems everybody. We could try a snowflake that sounds like a great idea. Yeah. Our long-term plan is not only to host on Snowflake, but to get in all marketplaces if this is a tool that can do that, as well as our other tools, which once we get, AIFAQ fully funded and running and all of you guys working with us, uh, we will be able to do that. Hopefully, sooner than later, the Snowflake Marketplace will be the first one. And I want to turn the meeting over to talk about that for the rest of the meeting, the mentorship stuff. But I did want to put this out for Ryan and Lochan just in case. Oh, that's true too. We can try a snowflake, or we could change it out depending on where the AIFAQ is going. We could put a snowflake for snowflake. We could put whatever for, Founders Institute. Put the leaf on there. I don't know. It's a good logo to play with. That's what I liked about what he designed. Anyway, so this GitHub Gitcoin Developer Fund thing, I don't know if GitMesh fits in this, but it's a lot of grant money, Ryan. Maybe you guys should apply for it. Just a thought. So that's up here on today's page. This came in my mail today. I didn't really read through it carefully enough to know if it's something that your project would fit in, but I just wanted to mention it to you so it didn't get by your attention. So yeah, so that's up here in case you need to do that. I am putting under committees, marketing, all the marketing stuff. And you didn't miss any meeting, Ryan. Both Tuesday and Wednesday's marketing meeting, I was in the Zoom room alone. Funny story about that. Back when COVID was a thing and we were all stuck inside and we were doing Zoom rooms, I was so tired of hosting meetings that no one showed up for, that it was around the time when people were making their own NFTs for the first time. So while I would sit in the Zoom room all alone, I got so bored one day, I took a picture of myself and made an NFT called "In a Zoom Room Alone." Put it on IPFS and put it up there to sell. It's still available if anybody wants a picture of me in a Zoom room alone. It's 6 years old now, but it still resonates today as I was looking for it while I was in the Zoom room alone the other day. Anyway, that's a really way off story. But so I'm going to go back to Gianluca's slides. Mentorship program, we did that. Am I?
Yeah, I also updated the Founder Keystone instance. I mean, now users can access to the chatbot with no login, so they can use as it's if you want to try, it's in the Founder
So the
Keystone
guest
is
login works.
yeah, if you exactly it works.
Excellent. So what we did for Founders Institute is because this is the test case that we're going to really work on for permissioning, because there's levels of permissioning in the Founders Institute solution. So the first thing, and hopefully we can do this as the program progresses. So the first is the guest. So that's someone who's interested in the Founders Institute accelerator program and is just curious. So we don't want to have to collect their email information. We don't want to slow them down in their workflow like Tripor was talking about. We want to make this as easy for them as possible. So Gianluca created a guest login so that they could just go and query the system and they don't have to leave their email, but they're only getting public information, that first permission level. The next level is what we're working on now, and I'm sure Gianluca could use any help he could get, is that level for the people who have applied and paid for the program. They get a 12-week curriculum that is proprietary to Founders Institute. But as members of Founders Institute going through the incubator program, we want them to be able to use AI on the curriculum to further better their pitch decks or their whatever the assignment is that week. But that since that information is proprietary, they would need a permissioned level to get in. And then we haven't even considered, but are thinking about that next level, which would be for the administrators, which is deciding what information is public and private, who can see it, and how to get it in the system. So that for Founders Keystone, it's a little different solution than the Linux Foundation, which we're running into an issue now with the Linux Foundation. So if you want to put your thinking caps on and help us solve it, our problem is, do we have one big knowledge base for everything Linux Foundation decentralized trust, or Hyperledger, same term, I might use Hyperledger. So do we have one knowledge base for everything Hyperledger? But that's going to cause a lot of conflicts, because if you ask a question about permissioning, Fabric permissions differently than Besu. So it's going to give you the wrong answer eventually, because it doesn't know which one to look at. Now, the solution is to keep questioning the person. Are you talking about Fabric or Besu? When there's a conflicted answer. But we haven't gotten to figure out in the system yet how to acknowledge a conflicted answer. So when, we had the same thing with Founders Institute when we put in the Sacramento chapter's webpage. When we asked when is Founders Institute Keystone starting, it would give us that start date. And we didn't want that start date. We wanted Founders. So that's where we're at, solving a problem in the Linux Foundation, which is the question I asked Gianluca. Do we want several different knowledge bases for each product, or one knowledge base, and figure out how to? So I'm going to put it over to thoughts for the community on that one.
No, personally, I'd like to have, I like to have one knowledge base and improve our system in understanding the context of the question. And I think it's in the new reasoning model. There are several step answer. So it does not reply with one step, but the new model, like GPT-5, it replies in several steps. And because it tried to understand the context and try to also to get other information before to reply to a question, to answer the question. So maybe it's a kind of technical issue. About the knowledge base, to split knowledge base, I think it's related to another use case, like for you different users. Maybe each user wants to several users want their own knowledge base, or if you want to split knowledge base in terms of structure, maybe you have a knowledge base that contain legal information from PDF, or other knowledge base that contain other information, I don't know, maybe existing SQL database. Yeah, you cannot mesh the SQL database with the current vector DB. So, and if you have also an existing NoSQL database, we have three different structured database, you cannot mix them. So that's the use case that you should, in any case, yeah, it depends of the structural information. Okay, now we have
How
a
does
vector
Snowflake
database.
handle that in their data warehouses?
Okay, as far as I know, Snowflake is based on a SQL database, and it manages the different information sources. Yeah, getting information and translating SQL data in tables. Yeah, I checked it in a demo project, and it seems to work in that way. Yeah, it's a kind of a unified structure of the database. But you can find different database in an existing company, maybe NoSQL database and SQL database. And also with RAG, if you want to use stack knowledge base, you need a vector database. So you have three different knowledge base. In that case, I saw some routing tool that decide which kind of database they should use before to retrieve
Routing tool.
information.
Oh,
So
so it would direct it where to go.
yeah, correct. And yeah, also we have some example of them. I remember, I think some blog posts from Mistral. They shared how if you have different knowledge base, how to solve this, and LLM is able to understand in two step before to answer.
Got it. Should we move on to
And
the next slide?
okay, that's an interesting example because, in my opinion, because the link in the bottom of the slide contains a GitHub repo, an example with Streamlit and Snowflake. So it's for me it's interesting because if you want to check an example of source code for Streamlit and Snowflake, that can be for start, because now at the moment Jerem is he has experience on that, so maybe but for me, if I want to start from scratch, personally I will check a project like this. It's a good example to understand Streamlit and Snowflakes together.
Excellent.
And
I'll look into that.
okay, and I think there is
Yes, Jalika, I have added it, some of the slides.
Do you want to
perfect.
share your screen, JRAM, or do you want me to leave this up? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, you can share it, the screen, Bobby. I will just read it out, what I have done.
Okay. Am I on the right page?
Yes, Bobby. So there is a problem with a PPT file, like the extension files like PPT and PPTX files. So when we ingest into the Snowflake cloud, especially with the PPT kind of files, we were unable to extract the uh, text from the images which are on the slides. So here it is creating a problem with the PPT files, but for the CSV file, it is going well and it is reading pre-processing. And what questions we are asking to it, it was able to answer correctly and properly as expected answers. And next slide.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, my computer's.
So here I have uploaded a CSV file, a sample CSV file. So I asked about the questions that what was the data which I have mentioned in the customer CSV file data. So it was able to explain that it has this row and everything. So here we can get each and every detail from the CSV file that we upload. So while expanding the knowledge base through the CSV file, but for the PPT kind of files, we were unable to do that. So I have also checked other sources that is the Snowflake cloud supports the PPT kind of files to ingest. So Bobby, can you just go to the next slide? So after finding the issue, the main root cause was uh, it is a Python library which was not supporting in the Snowflake cloud environment. So So it was difficult for the PPT kind of files, but making them first reading the images and doing the OCR, like optical character recognition. So here we were lagging it. So I'm checking on other resources too. So how we can upload a PPT file and we get a valuable information from it and build a knowledge base based on it. So on the next step, so an additional update that I have also applied for the free datasets from the Snowflake marketplace. So why I have applied to this. The main purpose is we need to get a real complete dataset so we can test our RAG-based app and we would get answers and we can validate the pipeline with the practical and domain specified data. Is the data that we are querying about it, is it able to build a knowledge base based on the files that we are uploading, which is from the free data set from the Snowflake marketplace. So by the end of this week, I will share a new Snowflake account with the sign up and login. So where you can access these free data sets from the Snowflake marketplace and able to do that.
Again, is it time for us to actually get a paid account, or can we still keep using these free accounts every 30 days? What do you think?
I think if we use the paid one also, I think they may charge only us, uh, mostly they may charge at least $2 to $3 per month, not more than that. But we need to test the entire app until it get tested with
Or
everyone.
not yet? Not yet. Soon. That's good. That's good. And is there, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but on that presentation that we're doing the middle of October, I would love to do maybe 2 workshops. We have 90 minutes and show a little of the Snowflake solution to people at the networked event. Maybe some of these companies, maintainers that show up use Snowflake and would really be interested in seeing this. But I don't want to put any pressure on you for that. So it's only if you think you can fit that in and show a good demo to the people at. We're not going to have them do we're going to have them work on the Linux Foundation instance for the workshop, but it would be great to show them in the beginning, at the end, I don't know, wherever anybody thinks it should go, what you're working on. And that's, again, completely up to you, but go ahead.
These are the updates from my side from the Snowflake interview.
And then we have, okay. So for me, the main thing I want to do, and again, I've taught it 100 times, but I've never really done it, a huge branding marketing push. So now that we have the new logo, I think we should start with our story. And our story can either start with, oh, great, AIFAQs moving forward. Look at our new logo. Look at our new meetup session coming out. We meet every, like, I don't know how to frame this huge marketing thing that I want to start, initiative, not thing. And I want to see right now, why is my keyboard not working? I have no working keyboard right now, so I can't type in the website. Let's try this. No. Okay. So I have no working keyboard. So if anybody wants to type in AIFAQ and go to contacts, those are some of our socials, and I want to improve.
Contact.
I want to improve on the website. So I will look at the landing page that JRAM's working on and incorporate that into our website colors and stuff, the new logo. That would be great if you wanted to help out with that. Thank you, Gianluca. Got me the page I needed without typing because I have no keyboard. So again, this is our Slack channel. This is our GitHub. This is my Medium channel. I'll start a new Medium channel once we get an article or anybody can put it out. I think I just need to create a new one on AIFAQ, so that we could have our own Medium page, LinkedIn page. Just everybody can post on LinkedIn. We now have the AIFAQ page. If you want to be an administrator or an editor, let me know. I've made, I think everybody, here it is. It's awful. It needs so much help. Connect to it, please. I'll put the link in the chat if you're not already. Oh, I can't put the link in the chat. Oh, yes, I can. I can put my mouse.
What link? What link? Which link, Bobby?
Yep. Hold on, let me
Oh,
paste it in. There you go.
okay.
So again, I think everybody on here is an editor, if not an administrator. I'll go check right now and make everybody on here an administrator. Please feel free to. This is your page. This is our. And again, as you've seen, I have absolutely no artistic talent in my entire being. So if you want to help out, write a story, post a story. I'll copy it to my Medium. I'll get it. What would be the topic of the meeting on Wednesday, Tuesday? So Tuesday or Wednesday would be more for just trying to figure out how to, and let me share this page, how to do this marketing initiative. So what I have here is, where's committees, marketing. So what I have here is basically what we're going to go over. I want to get what we want to do on the presentation to the networked event, since that's coming up in almost a little more than 2 weeks. I want to really market that and get that out there. So right now, this was when we were talking about the logos. I will take all of these off and I will put our one choice. And then what I need, so a general presentation, that's going to be the presentation that we're going to give in 2 weeks. That'll be, this is who we are. No, that's not I'm sorry, that's not the general presentation. The workshop presentation will be up here. This will be a general presentation that will now have our logo on it. That will be who we are, and what we do. In case anybody here has a customer in front of them and they're like, well, what do? You can share this presentation with them and they'll know what we do. Whether we do a video supplement to that, I'm looking into a software program, AIFI or something, that will take a presentation and make a video. We'll have that up here too. Our investors deck. We're going to need our investors deck to be perfect in the next few weeks, so that when we start looking for investors, when we get the product down to a stable version, we have stable demos. We're going to need an investors deck. And same thing with the pitch deck. The pitch deck is up there, is good, but now that we have the new logo, the color scheme, we want to make this all look the same. And then we created the logo. I will update this page. We still have to pick this, which is really not a big deal. But also like what we want that message to say I keep doing that. I'm sorry. Each week. So the brand strategy, there's SEO things, keyword research, all this stuff we have to incorporate in there, which is more my job than anything else. But I want to be able to have it so that when anybody on this call needs to do something marketing wise, get the word out wise, or anything wise with our company, they don't have to recreate anything. It will all be in this marketing page. To make life easier for everybody, I hope. So more so the meeting on Tuesday or Wednesday is to talk about, like this week, I want to have a table so that when it comes to we got our logo, we got our thing, we're going to talk about the message on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day more people can make it. I'll be there both. The message. So now we have a message. Say we want to introduce, for instance, we decide the new message for this week is the logo. So we're going to write a LinkedIn post. We're going to do, all over, get it out there everywhere we can that we have this new logo. This is our new, I don't know if that's the right strategy. I don't know if that's something you do in marketing, is talk about your new logo. We have to talk about that on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I want to be able to have a system in so that when we decide what that meeting is, every week we're consistently posting it to our socials. So this week's meeting is Gianluca broke his leg. So Monday, that's going to go on Medium. Not that I want you to break your leg, knock on wood, but that would go on Medium. That would go on Slack. That would go on LinkedIn. That would go on our webpage. That would go everywhere our message needs to get out. And it would be done systematic. Whether an AI can help us down the road, I don't know, but it would be done consistently so that people can. And I also want to start hosting biweekly lunch and learn classes for people. Just always have, like, it's an office hour for me. So when anybody is confused about the product, I'll be there sitting there, kind of like we do Mondays at 9 o'clock, but it will be for our customers. And I want to, but those are the kind of things we're going to talk about on Tuesday or Wednesday, because we really need to get our message out there. Like Tripur started the meeting talking about your customers and their feedback. We need to have avenues where they feel part of this company, not just, oh, by the way, we need to talk to you about our survey, or, like, we want them to have a place to feel they can be heard. Anyway. Yeah, the story, when will the procedure, that's what we're going to talk about, the procedure to do those posts. So I think, like, because we meet every Monday morning, we would decide the weekly message, and then we'll figure out on Tuesday, tomorrow or Wednesday, where we put that weekly message. Do we put it on LinkedIn? Do we put this one on Slack? Do we need an Instagram and an X? I personally don't like X, so I don't have an X account. Discord is a great place too, but I think that Slack is easier. So again, those are the things we have to figure out, so that we have a table at the end of the meeting, and Monday morning comes, this is our message, boom, it's out there. And if we don't want to start with our logo, but more why AIFAQ started, our story, we could do a Medium linked article, a series on, maybe take it from each mentee, or again, something we need to talk about. Generally nowadays, posting weeklies doesn't work as well as the old strategies for startups. What does that mean? What's the old strategy? Build in public space.
What I want to say from this is, like, posting it like by like 2 times a week or weekly like won't work like in this new type of startups. Generally what we do in like current scenario is like we post almost daily one post, but it's like not regarding a big post. Like it's generally like what we progress today. It's just sharing, like it's just to involve people with it, because earlier the startups were working like we did this big thing and that thing, but those things don't work like nowadays, because people are not interested in knowing those big things, but they are interested more in knowing what you are like, what is the like basic things which you do every day. Like if you see any of the founders, like generally they do post that things and like type of memes things, not like all those posts that we did this, we did that. It is like more type of meme thing, that we did this and it happened like this, and like somewhat people could relate.
Yeah.
Okay, we can work on that, right? Is it correct? Yeah, see, every day Y Combinator post on LinkedIn. Yeah, I agree. Maybe it's a bit too hard every day to show progress, but yeah, maybe also via combination to have weekly posts, and some of them we can show progress on our code base in general, in our new feature. Okay. We don't see you, Bobby. Do you hear me, Bobby?
Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, no problem. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, personally, I like the sort of combination. Yeah, to post something on the social media at the same time. Part of this post maybe can be video or other kind of content that show our progress in software, and also is a way to get feedback from users or industry user. So okay, maybe each Monday we can decide what kind of work we should do before to post something. Maybe if we work on a specific feature, we can also record a short video on that and post something on LinkedIn or other social media. Okay. Any question?
I was trying to type, my keyboard's broken today. I have to figure out what's going on with that, but I was trying to type in the chat. If I can either meet Tuesday or Wednesday for the marketing meeting, so whatever day is better for the people on the call, just put in the chat what day if you want to come and talk about the message. Monday, or I'm
Sorry,
sorry, Tuesday,
what time? Tuesday, so tomorrow? No.
tomorrow or Wednesday. It could be at 9:30, 10 o'clock, whatever works for you guys. 9 o'clock works too.
Okay.
But I want, again, I don't want to sit in the Zoom room alone. So
No.
I'll show you my NFT one day.
And maybe, yeah, maybe you can share the Zoom link using LinkedIn when you close the
I have to
meeting.
get a new Zoom link, but I will. So this week, I know Ryan can't make it this week because he has exams. But I don't want to stop the message. So I will record the meeting, Ryan, and I will send you a copy of it. So you can give us any inputs you have. And I'll just keep it on Tuesday if that's okay with everybody, which would be tomorrow. Let me, again, I have to fix my keyboard before I try to log into Zoom and get a new Zoom. But I'll put it in the Slack and in the LinkedIn group chat. So everybody has the link. And it'll be, what's tomorrow, 9 o'clock, 9:30 work for everybody? 9
Yeah,
o'clock, we'll say?
it might be. Is it a 30 minutes meeting or 1 hour?
No, 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yeah, we can also, yeah, I think what you prefer, because we have the meeting at 10 o'clock tomorrow with
10
the other
o'clock.
advisor.
Okay.
So we can start 9 or no, we have a
Yep.
meeting at 10, so we can start 9:30 if you
Perfect.
prefer. Oh, okay.
And let's talk with JRAM before we hang up real quick. JRAM, that meeting, hopefully Tim will be there. Is there anything you need from Tim that we can, maybe a meeting or anything we can set up for you to help you with the Snowflake project?
The only thing I need for Tim is the is the app that I have made is following the production grade or not, and is the MVP is can be tested with everyone. That's the only thing I.
So you need from him validation that the app can go into production?
Yes, yes,
No,
Bobby.
maybe do you need help in to go into production? Is it correct, Jara?
Uh, yes, we are good. That is
Okay.
also.
Okay.
Is there
So
anything we can
validation.
show him tomorrow, Gianluca? Can we show Tim something? To, if we say to him, we want our app in production, we have to show him what we have. So are we ready? Should we invite JRAM to the meeting halfway through?
Yeah, I think you can start, Jerem, recording a very short video, also like 30 seconds on 1 minute, and we can share with Tim and the other people in the advisor meeting if you cannot join the meeting tomorrow. And you can also prepare, I know, some question like how we can do that, which is the workflow to get production and so on. So maybe if you record a very short video, and also you prepare some question we can share with Tim. Um, yeah, because sometimes Tim is not free to join meetings, so maybe the best way is to share a short video and some question, and also we'll come back to you with the answers.
Yeah. Okay, Chandra.
Okay. Okay.
That would be
Thank you,
great.
John.
Yeah, to get him on board. Yeah. Because Tim, I'm telling you, I don't envy us tracking him down. He's hard to he's hard to get a hold of. When we have him, we're like boom, boom. So hopefully he will be at the meeting tomorrow, and we can show him this quick video and say we want to get this in production. What's next? And then keep moving on that. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job. Yes, Tripur, it was great to
Okay.
see you. Hopefully, I will keep you posted on the things going, and we'll love to see you back on some of these calls if you have time.
Or in a kind of, if you want to present, like 5 minutes meeting, you can help us if you have free time, obviously. Thank
That
you.
would be wonderful. It was great seeing you again. Everybody have a good week, and hopefully I'll see everybody tomorrow. I'll put the link in the Slack channel.
Okay, thank you.
And join the
Thank you.
Slack channel, Tripur.
Oh, sorry, but which Slack? Yeah, our Slack channel.
Yeah, let me get the link.
Correct? Okay.
It should
Okay.
be
Okay. Okay, no problem.
right.
Yeah, because
Where is the link? Here it is. Join our Slack channel right here. Copy. Paste. There you go.
okay.
Join our Slack channel.
Perfect.
Okay, please, any questions, email me. I will send the link for tomorrow's 9 o'clock meeting, and I will see you then.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.